Hey guys, Darian here with CarDip. Today I'm very excited about being able to talk to you about our new DIY CarDip Spray Station, brought to you by the makers of Erlax. Now with our new spray station, it eliminates a lot of the variables that you need and separates it from the pro application to the DIY application. With this new spray station, you're able to use our water-based products in any sort of a shop environment. So what we're going to do today is basically go through the guns and the turbine and break it down, show you how to properly clean, put it back together, and get it ready for use each time you go to use our water-based products. So we'll kind of jump right into this now. What we have here is our turbine. Now our turbine has been amped up a bit in order to properly atomize our products. When you guys are using this, make sure that when you set it down on the ground, you'll notice that there's a kind of a foam mesh on the bottom here, and all the air in that gets sucked in through the bottom. So you're not putting this on any sort of a dusty kind of environment or anything like that. Make sure, what I like to do is I usually have it sitting on something, usually a crate or anything like that, to keep it away from dust. Kind of have it a little bit elevated so that it gets the proper airflow on that going into the unit. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. You got your on and off button on the front, as well as a long extension so that you can get it anywhere in your area so when you go to apply. Now what we'll do is we'll jump into our spray guns. Now these are completely made of metal, and so you can drop them in that, hopefully not from a high distance, but I mean if you accidentally drop it, you're not worried about cracking any plastic pieces. So what you have first off is your paint pot. When you guys are done, as soon as you're done spraying anything, make sure that you clean it up right away. Our cleaning product of choice is water. It makes it very easy, being a water-based product, to clean any sort of this, and it allows the repeated use over and over again without having to worry about wearing down your parts. So when you're done, simply rinse this out, set it aside. Next up is our hose. When you guys are looking at this hose here, make sure it's free and clear. You should be able to see through it. There's no product or water or anything like that inside this hose. It's a suction feed gun so that when if you have anything stuck in here, you're not going to get proper flow of product through the gun. What you guys will also notice is on the bottom of the gun here, right on the inseam, is a white gasket. If this white gasket happens to get any sort of cracks, abrasions, tears, or you just simply can't get it seated right, you're not going to get proper flow of product. So make sure that if you're not getting proper flow, once you get it all back together, this is the first go-to. And when you put the paint pot on, give it a nice snug turn. There's a little bit of a grip on the top. Squeeze it tight and make sure that you get that proper seal. So take that off. Take this gasket out and soak that in water as well. Make sure you have this nice and clean before each use. Now, second here, you take apart, we're going to dismantle the tip. So this piece just unscrews. Then you have your basic tip here. Now, the one thing about this tip is that a lot of the spray stations that are out there and use the similar products are using a 2.0 or a 1.0. These tips won't work with our product. You'll get a lot of you'll get spatter spray, it'll not enough product, too much product. These tips were actually made by Erlax to atomize our product with this unit so that you get the proper flow, proper rate. What we recommend when you are spraying is 6 to 8 inches away from the whatever surface you're spraying, as well as the back piece here. What you'll want to do to make sure you have the gun set right is you'll screw it all the way down like that, kind of take note of where it is, take it one full turn and then a quarter turn. And that's what you want to have your gun set at each time that you go to apply. Obviously, as you get used to the product and you use it more and more, you'll know and you'll be able to adjust you'll either have it set, you want to up the product or a little less, and you just kind of play with it until you get to what you want and what's right for you. So going forward here, pop the spring out. You'll notice that there's the other tip on the inside. This comes off with a 1/2 inch ratchet. Now when you're taking this off, make sure that you're not having it too tight, and you don't want to over tighten it when you're putting it back on. It's basically hand tight. And that just simply unscrews. And it's always nice, like I said, when you guys are done spraying, have a little bit of water nearby. So as you're taking it apart, you're throwing all your parts in water, have them soak for 5-10 minutes, pull it out, wipe everything down. When you guys are done spraying, like I said, fill this back up again and run basically a full pot of water through here to make sure that you are cleaning the gun out properly. It's always nice to take everything apart, make sure you have it ready to go for next time too. So what you'll notice here is you got your needle. Make sure that you're not taking any sort of heavy abrasive to it or anything, and you're not marking this up. If you happen to damage this needle, you will need a new one because the product will not atomize properly, and you'll think that there's something else that might be going on with the gun. So let's screw it back here. You'll notice a little spring on the inside as well. Set that aside. And then your needle pushes right out. And you basically have it all done apart. The only other piece you might need is a wrench to take off the bottom part here. You might get some buildup of material on the inside, so you may have to take a minor solvent to it, let it sit for a little bit, and then clean it out. Best way is just to continuously run water through it for the first little bit. When you guys are done, spraying to make sure that it's properly clean. So that's basically the gun, took it apart. Make sure, like I said, you're not losing any pieces. We do offer replacement pieces on our website at www.cardip.ca. And if you happen to need anything else, all the sundries and that as well is all available on the website there. So to put it all back together is the same process, but in reverse. So what we'll do first is take your needle, put that back in. Screw, put that back together, and I always like to tighten it right down. That way, like I said, it's 1 1/4 turns. Then after that, take your tip, put that back on, finger tighten that, take your 1/2 inch deep socket, and like I said, you just want to give it just a nice little turn. Not too tight, just basically where it's snug. And that's it. Then you take your spring. You'll notice there's 2 little bevels on each side where that'll properly sit in place. Take your tip, put that back on, and then screw everything back together. Hose, just pushes right on, then your pot, and ta-da! So, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to send us an email at info@cardipca.com. Like us on Facebook, check us out on Instagram. We post all of our new jobs and paints on there, any sort of upcoming products, as well as finished cars that we like to post on there as well. So check us out online. We also have www.cardipca.com, which tells you a little bit more about our product and the type of different industries that we're breaking into. So we look forward to hearing from you, and thank you for watching.